Welcome to another live. Okay, for if you're new and you're coming in, this is another live that we decided to start due to um, we just want to go live, and I want y'all to be able to watch me help. We're gonna watch some scary animation. Here we are. There you go, my boy. Thank you, my boy. Appreciate you. Thank you. We're about to watch this video. Okay, let me make the screen one of these so that we all can live. And now I'm about to go to YouTube, which I think I'm already on YouTube. Let me go here, setting it up. Let me go here, bam, and now here, bam. Perfect. Let's go here. So this is the one I was watching. Oh, Rasputin. I guess this is the issue. You can hear me, right? Can you hear me? Can Because I think the issue with this is gonna be. I wonder if y'all can now tell me if you can hear. It's a bit quieter. It's a bit quieter. What about now? Is it a little bit louder now? 'Cause I think I have to speak into the mic. Is it still quiet? Yes, now I can hear you clearly. Okay, awesome. Now, the question is going to be, can you hear the screen clearly? That's the thing. That's the issue. That's the issue I have. So I'm a press play. Oh, that's loud.
My name is Mateo.
What's up, Tough?
Photographer. Nowadays,
Tough. Tough. We're watching scary movies, man. Maybe there's scary animation. I need to know if y'all can hear this clearly though. Let me know if y'all can hear this clearly, and then we're gonna sit through it. We're gonna watch it together because I'm not about to watch it by myself. I'm scary. I'm scared. Can hear it pretty fine. Okay, let's get to it. Mexican urban legend. Ooh.
My name is Mateo, and I'm a freelance photographer. Nowadays, I am not working. I am quite sick due to several life circumstances that I will tell you now. But it was not always like this. Before, I was a person full of life, happy and ambitious. I used to take pictures that could be considered horror, and I didn't care how far I would go to get them. My work had taken me to the darkest and most mysterious corners of Mexico, capturing the essence of urban legends
See,
that many consider only tale.
already Mexico. Come on, man. That's scary enough. That's scary enough. Yeah, tough. We're gonna watch some scary stuff, my boy. That's what I said. Rasputin put me up to it, bro. I didn't want to do it. Rasputin put me up to it. Voice a bit low, or it suggests my voice or the TV voice. My voice or the TV voice. Is that better? Yeah, Rasputin put me up to it, bro. So can you hear me better, Tough? Or the TV? That's the thing, bro. That's let me see. Let me see. I should. Okay, I turned it up a little bit more. Let's see if it's giving more. Okay.
I was always a believer in urban legends. I thought that people who got in trouble were people who didn't believe in them and therefore didn't respect them. Among all of the urban legends I knew, there was no doubt that I had a favorite, El Callejón del Diablo.
Oh,
This is a narrow
lost.
and ancient alley.
Oh, lost, y'all. Look, I speak Spanish. The dude said El Callejón del Diablo. You know what that means? The alleyway of the devil. The man said he went to the alleyway. He went to, first of all, he went to Mexico. Scary enough. Then the second thing he said, he went to the alleyway of the devil. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying, dog. This man crazy to take pictures. Come on, it ain't that serious. Come on, man, play. Oh Lord, now you don't want.
Center of the city.
There we go.
For its ominous name and stories of disappearances and supernatural encounters. This was one of the only places I had not visited out of fear. But since I had already been to so many places in the country, I knew that sooner or later I had to go. I was so excited about it. I was saving the best for last. If I went there during the day, I
You
knew I could
crazy,
take some
Rasputin.
pictures, but it would not be anything unusual. Today, the place is a pretty creepy road, but it's still a normal, busy alley. The magic began during the night. I arrived at the place around 2 in the morning, when the streets were practically deserted. The entrance to the alley was barely visible under the dim light of the street lamps. I took a deep breath and adjusted my camera before stepping into the darkness. If I wanted to take some spooky pictures, that was the chance, as the alley was surrounded by a bit of fog that made it even scarier. As I walked, I noticed how my footsteps echoed.
Pix, this is a
the
job.
walls. Everything was a sepulchral silence. The only noise I could hear was the wind. I started to take pictures, trying to capture the suffocating and oppressive atmosphere I was feeling. At first, I was pretty scared, and I just wanted to get it over with. A few pictures, and I would leave. I would never come back. But after the first
That's what I'm saying.
I simply got carried away. I lost track of time and space. I just wanted to keep taking pictures obsessively. I was scared, yes, but that filled me with adrenaline. This place was great, and I wanted to exploit it as much as I could. Everything was going great, but it didn't last long.
Oh,
Suddenly, I started to feel very uncomfortable, as if someone was watching me. I turned around quickly, but I didn't see anything. Only the fog and the faint lights that are characteristic of the place. I tried to shake off the feeling of fear and continued moving forward. I didn't understand why I was feeling so bad until I began to see with my eyes what I was feeling with my body. A few meters ahead, I noticed a dark figure standing at the end of the alley. She was tall and thin, wearing a wide brim hat that hid her face.
Oh, Lord. What is going on? What is going on? The last thing I be doing is threatening and taking. What is? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all understand? I get scared. I'm scary. Y'all, the boogeyman. Hey, yo, that's your. It's my grandpa. What's your grandpa doing in Mexico, bro?
Of that figure, I was horrified. I immediately jumped to conclusions. I didn't even think it was an act of my imagination, or that it was a person in front of me. I knew all the time that what I was seeing was something that did not belong to this world. I never doubted that the legend of that place was real, but I never thought I would meet it face to face. You may not understand why I did this. Even I don't understand. I guess it was a spur of the moment thing, but I decided it was a unique photo opportunity. I raised my camera and focused, but before I could take the picture, the figure disappeared.
Ain't no
Today,
way.
I take that event
Ain't
as
no
a
way.
warning, as something or someone telling me that I didn't have to keep walking down the alley,
Ain't no way.
that the wisest thing to do was to turn around and never come back. Instead of following the warning, I made the terrible mistake of continuing to walk. I was being greedy. I was already there and I wanted to get to the bottom. I wanted to take the pictures that no one had ever taken, no matter the cost. With each step, the feeling of being watched intensified. I came to an intersection in the alley where the fog was thickest. As I tried to take another photo, the camera stopped working. Frustrated, I checked the battery and settings, but everything seemed to be in order. Suddenly, I heard a whisper, a low guttural murmur that seemed to come from all directions. You don't belong here. That sound chilled my blood. I spun on my heels, looking for the source of the voice, but saw no one. I looked back at my camera and tried to get it working to record everything that was happening.
Why is
But
he still
I
there?
felt the need to raise my head and look around. In front of me, the dark figure appeared again. This time, it was closer than ever. His eyes glowed with a reddish light. I felt a surge of panic. I wanted to run, but my feet were pinned to the ground. The figure took a step toward me, and I could see his face. It was a man with sharp features. He didn't say another word, but his presence was enough to transmit a paralyzing fear to me. Suddenly, the figure raised a hand, and the air around me turned icy. An invisible force pushed me against the wall of the alley, immobilizing me. I felt as if a cold, icy hand was squeezing my chest, making it difficult to breathe. I struggled to free myself, but it was useless. In the cold, I felt something warm. It was coming from my pants.
What?
I think I had peed. The man came even closer. His face only a few centimeters.
when he said when they pointed to his butt, I was like, "What? You got raped, my boy?" Oh, we've been trying to reach you about your car extended warranty. That's crazy. I killed Mufasa. Dead. I was like, what? Why are they putting into your testicles, my boy? I thought he got raped. I thought the ghost raped him. I've heard of stuff like that happening, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mine. I could feel his cold, rotten breath as he put a hand on my neck without meeting any resistance from me. Don't you know the stories? Someone can steal your soul if you walk around here at this hour. Despair came over me as I tried to scream, but no sound came out of my mouth.
Because you
It
dumb.
was as if I was living a nightmare.
Nobody
But
told
only
you.
this time, I knew I wasn't. This was real. There is nothing that corrupts the heart of man more than greed, Mateo. Just as I felt I was about to lose consciousness, something strange happened. I could see a darkness transforming from the hand of this hideous being into my body. This darkness was entering my throat as if it were a plague. I felt dirty and disgusting. At that moment, I stopped feeling horror. I only felt sadness. Sunny days are over for you. Go on living what's left of your borrowed life. I'll be waiting for you. Suddenly, in the blink of an eye, the figure had disappeared.
Who
I
told
fell
him?
to the floor and got up with great difficulty. On shaky legs, I ran back
Right.
the way I came.
Violated
out of
his
the
soul.
alley. I
He
found
got-
myself on a familiar street. There were few people around at that time, but it didn't feel oppressive at all. The contrast with the horror of the alley left me stunned. I looked back, but the alley now seemed normal, with no trace of the evil figure that had attacked me. From that night on, something changed in me. The camera never turned on again, but that was not the worst of my worries. It is as if from that day on, I never did well in anything ever again. I felt a horrible sensation in my body, a sensation that would never go away. From that day on, everything started to go wrong for me.
He can't
Everything
walk
I
no
did was
more.
more difficult. I was never in good physical shape, no matter how much I exercised, and I had terrible luck. Today, my health is much more deteriorated, but the worst happens when I go to sleep. Every day I dream of that alley. I dream that I'm standing in the middle of it, and I can't move. In the dreams, I see how the darkness consumes me as if I will melt. These dreams last for seconds, minutes, even hours. Hours in which I only suffer and suffer and suffer.
Man,
Even
y'all.
so, I still don't want to lose my life. I feel that whatever happens to me when I'm dead will be much worse than what I'm living now. And all for wanting to take pictures, for underestimating what people were saying about that alley. Even though I haven't seen it anymore, I still visit it whenever I'm asleep. To tell you the truth, I'm not even afraid anymore. I am surrendered to whatever has to happen to me, although I have one thought that I can't get out of my head. This is all my fault.
Let me show you how we.
Whew. So was that one scary, fellas? Was that scary, or was that like a
Stuff around here.
wait? You're telling me this old man did all that magic stuff just to make him walk a bit more weirdly? No, man, he traumatized them, bro. He said he got traumatized. You said the grandpa traumatized him, bro. It was more than that. His health, he started losing his health. He's bad luck, and now every time he sleeps, he's hold up. So was that one scary? I don't think it was scary because y'all was laughing. Y'all was making fun, calling the man drug dealer. That one wasn't scary. All right, story number two. Story number two, fellas. Let's see if story number two is scarier to y'all. It was hilarious, Toph. I ain't gonna lie, it creeped me out a little bit, but then I was like, okay. The man put the thing in his mouth, like that just seemed crap. Look, my mind, when he said that it shot him in the mouth. Now, granted, me walking alleyway that's named the Devil's Alleyway or whatever I said it was named, never. You ain't gonna never catch me walking down no, bro. You ain't gonna catch me walking down no alleyway in general, especially at night. And I'm black, so at nighttime, white people are scared of us. At nighttime, I'm scared of everybody. hey, man, I'm scared too. You running from me, I'm running from you. I'm scared. I ain't trying to go in no alleyway. I don't care who it is. Shucks. That's what I'm saying. He shot him in his mouth. It looked weird. Like, bro, You showed us your pee, like not your pee, but like that you urinated your pants, but didn't describe it immediately, and then the man put the stuff in. It was just a little bit weird.
Hello, my
Oh,
name is Luis.
this
And
one's
you know,
louder.
I'm very proud to be Mexican. Among so many beautiful things that characterize my country, one of them is the urban legends. We have all kinds of terrifying legends, from La Noche de los Muertos to La Planchada. I'll be honest, I was never a big fan of urban legends and horror stories. Although I'm proud that they help our country to be more recognized and have its own identity.
Why
I'm
does
not
his
a big
door
fan of horror.
have like stuff on
I
there?
used to believe that all horror stories were false
How does he get
and only
inside?
served to attract people. And I thought it was excellent, but as I said before, it was not my thing. At that time, I didn't know that sometime later, I would not only start to believe in those stories, but that I would feed the legend of one of them.
Ras, we moved on to the next one, Rasputin. We moved on, man. You still stuck on that one, man. Come on now. Move forward. Let's advance the story. Come on. My Mexican friend is trying to tell you another scary story, okay?
Myself. I will begin by telling you a story of a job I had a few years ago. I worked as a night guard at a wedding dress store in Chihuahua. This store was famous for its mannequin, La Pascualita. Everyone in town knew the legend. It was said that it was not just a mannequin, but the embodied body of the former owner's daughter, who died tragically on her wedding day.
What?
Many people wanted to work here, but I was the only one who passed the interview. I think the only reason I made it through the interview was that I was one of the only people who genuinely applied for the job because they needed it, not because they wanted to see La Pascualita up close. The owner fervently insisted to me that he hated that legend and that it was a lie. Anyway, the first few weeks of working were normal. There weren't any surprises. Since everyone believed in the legend, people were very respectful of the place, although there was never a lack of teenagers coming to take pictures. It seemed like a quiet job with good pay, and everything went on like that. Until one night. That night was cold and windy, and an uneasy feeling was.
La Paz. The F is that? It's an urban legend in Mexico, bro. He's saying that there's a mannequin in the store that people presume to be the owner's dead daughter, and they call it that word you just spelled out. Even though that's a really good spelling. I don't know how you spell it, but just from the pronunciation, that's how I would spell it, minus the double E's. I would have just did one E. That's pretty good. That was a pretty good. Not even need the story for it to be scary. That person is scary looking enough. You ain't lying. That nose on my boy is pretty out there, you know. My nose is wide. His is pointed out like that. But it's an animation. It's an animation. Let's see.
From the moment I walked in, the store was silent, except for the occasional creak of the old building. I settled into the small office, trying to stay awake with a cup of strong coffee. I was cold. Very, very cold.
Turn
Not
the
because
heater
of
on.
anything supernatural or unexplained. It was always cold there. And just that day, I wasn't all that warm. At about 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a noise coming from the upper floor, where La Pascualita was.
Pascualita.
It was a muffled sound, as if something had fallen. My heart skipped a beat. Had someone broken in? There was always the possibility that someone had broken in to steal something, but it was more logical to think that a teenager had broken in to film videos and then upload them to the web. Regardless of my fear, I decided to investigate. I climbed the stairs carefully and quietly. At first, I didn't turn on my flashlight. I wanted to see if I could catch anyone off guard. But when I got to the second floor, I saw the display case of La Pascualita wide open. The mannequin was there, motionless, with her wedding dress and her serene expression. Had someone tried to steal her and repented? I approached to close the display case, but when I was only a few steps away, I noticed that her eyes seemed to follow me.
What the?
Oh God, I need more coffee. At
Nah,
that moment,
I would
thought
have ran
it
out.
was an illusion.
I would have
But
ran
into the
out.
paranoia I was
I would have
feeling at
ran
that
out.
moment,
I'm not gonna lie.
I
I would
didn't
have ran
time
out.
to check if La Pascualita was looking at me or not. I had to check if someone was hiding. Suddenly, a loud noise echoed behind me. I
Nah,
turned sharply, turning on the flashlight,
Nah.
and saw that one of the dresses had fallen.
nah. I'm good. I'm good. I would have ran out. F it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all making jokes in the comments. I'm terrified over here. That's what he immediately thinks that's right. No, what I guess I understand why he said that, but me being who I am, I'm running out. And then whenever my boss comes in the morning and says, "Hey man, what happened to the store?" Hey man, I had to leave. I ain't playing. Man, no. The mannequin eyes following me, and then there is a myth that this is your daughter and you made her into a mannequin and she could come to life. And nah, what's scarier, a mannequin like a Chucky or a clown? What's scarier, y'all think? Like a mannequin that can or a clown, a scary clown? What y'all think is scarier? Now I've pulled all-nighters. I ain't never seen anything like that. Yeah, I've pulled all-nighters too. But I'm saying, like in Mexico, like in certain parts of the world where these myths and these legends are like created and become a real thing, like I feel like you see that more often. You see it a lot more often because where I'm from, so you would say clowns, because where I'm from, they're big on ghosts and those kinds of things, and people saying that they've seen it and they've witnessed it. And if you're like the first story, if you're walking late at night at a certain time, that hey man, you might run into something that you don't want to run into, so don't be out and about. So I believe these type of stuff, bro. I would say I'm not scared of clowns. I think a mannequin would scare me more, bro. A mannequin that like comes to, it just looks creepy, bro. See, now I can't. Now I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep normally. Now I gotta watch some type of funny show. I'm about to watch. I'm gonna have to watch The Office. I gotta watch The Office. I can't go to sleep with this being the last thing I see or hear. I'm gonna be having nightmares. Luckily, I got my wife next to me, because whenever I get scared in the middle of the night, guess what I do? Come here, baby. I cuddle. I get close and I cuddle because I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna finish it for Rasputin, even though Rasputin is still stuck on. This is what I don't like. See, and you know what's crazy? Whenever you see scary stuff, and then anything happens in your house, right, or wherever you at, I cuddle with my pet rock. Hey man, your pet rock, at least that's a solid, like, they're always gonna be there. That's a solid friend to always have, solid rock hard. Hey man, I'll be here all week. That was a terrible joke. But the crazy thing about whenever you watch scary movies or scary show, or whenever I watch them, is that play the vid, please. Oh my bad, CJ. I'm sorry. All right, my bad, CJ. I was about to give my little story. You're right. Here you go.
I rushed over, but no one was there. Since the rack was on the wall, no one might have knocked it over. It was probably the wind. When I turned around, I looked back at La Pascualita and noticed that her head was turned slightly towards me.
What?
I tried to rationalize what was happening.
Why?
It had to be the
Run!
work of my imagination. Surely she was always in this position. I just stood in the wrong place and had the bad luck to have had the head pointed at me.
I don't want to see.
Growing panic. I decided it was best to return to the office.
I don't want to see.
Whether or
The
not what had
office?
just happened was true, I was sure I would be safe in my office.
Oh my gosh.
I started walking in her direction, praying that nothing else would happen. Unfortunately, my prayers were not fulfilled.
Why are you
A few steps toward
leave?
my office, and I heard a noise coming from the display case.
What the?
Against my better judgment,
Oh
I
my-
turned around.
Oh
When
my
I did,
gosh.
I could see La Pascualita outside her display case,
Bro,
She
I'm
was standing
legitimately
next to us.
scared.
not moving, just staring at me. I backed away slowly. My flashlight was shaking in my hand, pointed at the dummy. As I stepped back, I could see the mannequin move in my direction. She was walking. Each step she took toward me was more terrifying than the last. She was moving like a mannequin with great difficulty, as if there was someone inside. As soon as I saw this, I stopped backing away carefully. It was time to run. I hurried down the stairs.
It was time
listening
to
the
run.
tiny,
It's
delicate
been
little
time to
footsteps
run.
of the mannequin behind me. I reached the second floor and headed for the door, but it was locked, and in my panic, I couldn't find the key in my pockets.
Oh my.
Suddenly, I stopped hearing the mannequin's footsteps, thinking maybe she was gone, that this thing that had happened was over. I turned
Boots
around
with
one
the
more
fur.
time.
The whole club was
La
looking
Pascualita
at her.
was right behind me. Her face was now completely distorted. Her hands were no longer delicate and fine. They were full of dirt and grime. When I could see her nails, I saw that they were broken. Part of her fingers were bloody, and they were slowly heading towards my face.
Oh.
I ran desperately towards the exit of the store. I headed towards a door leading to the store and hurried to open it. At the back of the store was an emergency exit. I ran towards it, but halfway there, I fell to the ground. Nothing paranormal had happened to me. No one had tripped me. I had just fallen alone.
Dummy.
Before I could get up, La Pascualita.
So I guess it does happen in real life when you're running from someone. So I guess it does happen in real life when you're running from someone and you're so scared you trip, and then you crawl. Come on, man. I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. I'm stunting right now. Like inside, I'm scared, but
Rushed up behind me, grabbed my foot, and started pulling me backward. I screamed and kicked, trying to free myself. In a last act of desperation, I managed to kick her hand hard. The hand came off instantly and fell to the ground, and I managed to crawl towards the door.
why are you
I
still
had
crawling
reached
if you
it,
could step up?
And La Pascualita was
You could
no
stand
longer
up.
following me. I ran without looking back, afraid that if I did, she would appear again. I arrived at a nearby police station and told them what had happened. The officers were skeptical, but concerned about my condition. They escorted me back to the store.
Okay, maybe
To my
you might be
surprise,
right,
upon entry,
Tough.
Everything looked normal. The display case of La Pascualita was closed, and the mannequin was in place. The officers looked at me, and one of them told me that I must have been carried away with all the legends of this place, and maybe I had a panic attack. I went to show them the broken hand in the warehouse, but it too was gone. There was no
Obviously,
point
it's
in
gone
arguing
if
more.
the hand is back
The
on
cops
her,
recommended
dummy.
me to take a rest or a vacation, and I just nodded. Sit.
That's enough for me. I'm gonna finish this one and that's it. I'm not about to sit.
Since that night, I've never gone back to the store. I don't even go near it anymore. Now I know that La Pascualita is not just a legend. She is real, and she is waiting. Today, she must be waiting for her next victim. Someone unlucky enough to cross her path. Someone who, unlike me, won't be lucky enough to escape. If you ever see a woman dancing all alone,
I Rasputin. No, I'm about to be gone too, bro. That's it. That's my cue. I gotta go watch something funny, something cute, something not scary. It's 12 o'clock over here. Rest well, man. You too, brother. See you tomorrow, man. Toph, what time is it where you at, Toph? 7 o'clock, right? Or 6 a.m.? Toph, how did your exam go before I let you go? Because I'm about to go too. How was your exam, bro? If you're in here, I sure do appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit your notification button. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Oh, man. Dang it, bro. Dang, that sucks. Did you pass, though? Maybe you didn't pass great, but maybe you passed overall. You know, are you going to be able to graduate? Yeah, it's midnight now. 8 a.m. where you at, bro? Yeah, it's midnight. It's midnight over here. Time for my bedtime. I think one of these days, like still didn't get the results. Okay. So you might have did good. You just didn't. You just not sure. You're not sure because you haven't gotten the results yet. But I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that you pass, bro. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. I hope to see you again tomorrow, brother. I am also gone for the night. I appreciate everybody that stopped by to watch this scary video. Like I said, I'm about to go watch something funny, something cute, something adorable, because I'm not going to sleep with that on the back, the last thing I see for the day. Forget that. I don't know why I let Raz put me up to that. I don't know why I let that boy put me up to that, boy. Anyway, see you tomorrow, brother. Good night, y'all.